Well, we got a couple of baseball games to go over here. We're going to talk the Guardians, Reds, Braves, and the Mets. I'm just going to let you go and talk about both these games and tell everyone what you have up for Wager Talk. So the floor is yours, Steve. Talk to us about these two games.
Awesome. A little Monday Night Baseball here, Monday, July the 27th. And we'll start with the Mets and Braves. When the season began, we would have thought this was one of the best matchups of the year. And the Mets have obviously underachieved. They were just 40-57 before the All-Star break. About a week and a half ago, that Thursday, the standalone game against the Phillies, I did give out a free play on the Mets in that video. And I mentioned sometimes the layoff helps teams that are struggling, maybe cools off hot teams. But that hasn't necessarily been the case. The Mets, after winning that game against Philly, proceeded to lose 5 of their next 7. They did snap back with a win against the Dodgers yesterday on getaway day Sunday. But keep in mind, Sunday afternoon games can be so random. The Dodgers had beaten them in both Friday and Saturday's games. I think that was more maybe LA letting up a bit, and the pitching didn't show up with that 8-3 win. But the Mets still on the year, just 44-62. Meanwhile, the Braves 62-43, 18 wins ahead of the New York Mets. With that said, though, at some point, teams win games. The worst teams are always going to win 60-70 games. Best teams are going to still lose 60-70. And I do think the Mets have some play-on opportunities here over the next month or so, and I believe that actually starts tonight with Zach Thornton on the mound. Rookie pitcher has only gone 23 innings this year in his big league debut season, but he's looked pretty damn good so far, 1.93 ERA, and he has made 4 starts, and he's been fantastic. In fact, his first start, his maiden debut back in May, he got lit up by sometimes my Washington Nationals, 4 runs in 4 innings. And then they didn't start him again for another month until the end of June. He's made 3 starts since, and boy, he has been lights out. 19 innings pitched, 1 earned run, including back-to-back shutouts his last 2 starts here in July, going 13 innings and giving up only 5 hits. He's been as good as anybody in baseball over the past month. And I know it's a small sample size, but I still think the Braves are going to have some trouble having never faced him tonight. And Martin Perez on the mound for Atlanta, 3.4 ERA overall this year, but a 4.3 ERA his last 7 starts since early June. So he's heading in the wrong direction. Thornton heading in the right direction. And I'm kind of looking for reasons to play on underrated teams like the Mets, who still have as big of a payroll in baseball as anybody. So there's talent there offensively, and they've got the pitching edge tonight, and yet we get them at a pick-em price because of the records. I like the New York Mets in this one, minus 105 in most locations. So take a look at them. And by the way, the New York lineup has hit Perez well during his career with this pretty good sample size, 125 at-bats. The current New York lineup tonight has a 304 career batting average against Perez. So I like the Mets here at home in a pick-em price. Hold your nose and play the New York Mets tonight at 7 Eastern. All right, the other game we're going to talk about here is the Cincinnati game. This is an interleague matchup between, don't you call them the Indians, the Guardians and the Reds. Battle of Ohio, Cleveland, Cincinnati, at Cincinnati. And Reds with Burns on the mound, about $1.60 favorite, and for good reason. Burns has been a solid pitcher this year. He was scratched from the All-Star game, but he was still an All-Star this year with a 2.4 ERA. He's cooled off a little bit, 3.1 his last 7 starts since early June. But once again, keep in mind that the pitching is usually ahead of the offense early in the season, and also the ball travels better in hot weather. So most pitchers have weaker numbers, especially heading into August. So I'm not going to read too much into that. Burns is still pitching well, but we are going to keep an eye on him because he pitched only 43 innings last year in his MLB debut season. He's already at 107 innings now. And these are the kind of guys, I talked about that this weekend on Last Call, about Cam Schlittler, other young pitchers like that are having great seasons. Keep an eye on their inning count, though. But so far, Burns is holding up pretty well. Did not pitch in the All-Star game, as I mentioned. So he had 12 days off from July 8th when he did struggle with just 5 innings against the Phillies. He looked pretty good, though, at Seattle a week ago on last Tuesday last week. 5 innings shutout, only 3 hits in 5 innings, no runs, and 6 strikeouts. Meanwhile, Ciccone's on the mound for Cleveland tonight. Very mediocre 4.6 ERA in the season. He's been a little bit better since early June. Last 7 starts, a 4.0 flat ERA. So both pitchers in decent current form, pitching well here. And it's hard to trust this Cleveland offense right now. Back-to-back shutout losses against the Rays. They scored 3 runs on Friday, and then they got shut out 3-0 and 1-0. The pitching did their part, but the offense did not. And even with 12 innings against Minnesota last Thursday, they only managed 1 run. fact, the last 4 games, the Guardians have scored 4 runs total, and now they're traveling without rest. I don't think things get any better. And you can also make an argument maybe Cincinnati has a bit of a letdown in this game after being on the road for 9 straight games in St. Louis. They won 2 out of 3 there. They won 2 out of 3 at Seattle. Solid road trip. They now return home without rest. So while Burns is the better pitcher, I'm not in a hurry to lay $1.60 here with the Reds returning home off the 2-week road trip. But then again, I want nothing to do with Cleveland scoring basically 1 run or less in 3 of their last 4 games. So what do? Let's look at the under in this one instead. Under 8.5. Would have liked it better at 9, which is a very key number. 7 and 9 are key numbers with totals in baseball because of extra innings. But I still think there's some value under 8.5 here. Or since we're not getting that key number of 9, we could always look team total Guardians team total Guardians under 3.5. So probably my preferred play would be Guardians under 3.5, or you could play the full game under 8.5. But yeah, that Cleveland offense is ice cold right now, and I don't see it getting any better tonight against Burns, who's been one of the best pitchers in the league.
Great.
Going to look at, by the way, yeah, I'm sorry. I'll go and give a promo here. I knew you're so kind. I knew you were going to ask, so I will let people know what I've got going on at WagerTalk.com. Hey, look, July's wrapping up this week. We've got 5 days left in the month of July, so it's your last chance to buy 3 days, get 3 days free. It's a fantastic special. My one best bet tonight, and by the way, 70% run in baseball since the All-Star break, and that's not a fluke. The best winning streak I've ever had in my 30-year career was right after the All-Star break about a decade ago. I won 19 straight baseball best bets for my clients. We're 7-3 so far since the break, so not going to have 19 straight wins, although who knows, maybe it starts tonight and we go 26-3. But more importantly is the long-term grind. And those who were with me a couple years ago, from this point on, in fact, exactly July 27th through the World Series 2 years ago, we went 52-24, 97 units. It started today. On July 27th, we picked up 97 units, 52-24, the rest of the way through baseball. And that is baseball only. Don't forget, college and pro football less than a month away. It's a great time to check out my best bets and special offers at WagerTalk.com. Get tonight's single play in baseball, which is a different game, not one of the games we talked about. It's my client's best bet, or for 25, or get 6 days for 69. Normally 3 days is 69. Nope, you're getting 6 days for 69, dude. Because it's buy 3, get 3 free, and it is stackable. Yes, you only have a week left to get the special offer, but you can buy multiple buy 3, get 3s and use them throughout the summer into the fall. Start dates whenever you want. So stack them up while it's still available. Buy 3, get 3 free at WagerTalk.com. And don't forget, daily free plays on my page as well. So if you're doing your own handicapping, if you're new to sports betting, check out the daily free play on my page as well. And check out these free play videos. Make sure you click subscribe. You click the bell here on Wager Talk TV, and you comment below because we read the comments, we reply back. Who do you like tonight on Monday Night Baseball? Include some analysis so we can learn, earn, and win together here on the channel. And the quickest, most important thing, hit the thumbs up like. It takes 2 seconds for all these shows and videos. Click the thumbs up like. And if you're on your mobile device, you get to click the hype button as well, which is so much fun. But once again, strong best bet tonight and some special offers. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Get there quicker. WT.buzz/SM.